Away, all the way through it. Stay off the bag. Should be a clean ride.
Here's one down the sideline. Pass caught.
There's been some developments in terms of professional learning here, not just at Fagan Mill, but in the state of Georgia, and they kind of aligned with the new teacher evaluation instrument. This is what we've discovered recently. Our teachers have administered their surveys of instructional practice, and students have responded to share with teachers what their experience is in their class. And these are across 20 items, and we've looked at trends to see what we think we're doing, but it's also important to compare what we think we're doing with what the students' experience is. And we saw some trends that were surprising within our building and compared to other teachers in the district. And what we've done is we've used some of those surveys and their responses to help guide what we need to be accomplishing next with professional learning. For instance, the area here on our campus where our teachers were rated relatively lowest was in response to the statement, each day my teacher takes time to summarize what we've learned. If that's what our students are experiencing, that's very real, and that therefore we can develop some professional learning around that concept that can be immediately impactful, because not all teachers received a low rating in that area. So we've gone back to those teachers that received a relatively high rating for summarizing their lesson, and we have asked them to share what their practices are, because something about what they do, it may be a simple habit, it may be part of the instructional framework, something about how they summarize registers with their students.
Well, I think that's the backbone of our school here at Fagan Mill, is to provide our teachers with the proper professional development that they need in order to be successful. It's those needed resources that we need to continue helping our teachers reach the higher standards and to help our kids to be successful. So with that being said, at the end of every year, when we have our school improvement group meeting, we come together to discuss some of the things that we feel like the school needs to work on, some things that we've been successful, and in planning for the next year, we set up professional development that will be helpful to our school here. I feel as the assistant principal, being a new person here, and coming in and listening to Dr. Davis and Ms. Harrison talk about professional development and sitting at the grade levels, I feel like it's very effective. It also gives the teachers the opportunity to vent and share ideas on what they feel like we need. So they feel very much included, which is which is what's needed in order for us to be successful. We're actually going to have professional development next week.
Oh, okay. And then we can play all day.
The state provides money to the local district supplies money to the different schools, and from that allotment, we're able to plan how we are going to use those resources to help with professional development. Sometimes it's representatives that come in and they're able to share different things that our teachers need to know. And from that, we have to sometimes pay them for their services, and those services are paid through the professional development funding.
It is important for us to keep an open line of communication with parents, because we work as a team to ensure that all students are successful here at the Mill. The most effective way to communicate with parents, in my opinion, is weekly. You want to communicate with parents as often as you can. One way that we do here at Fagan Mill in the 8th grade is to send out a newsletter to parents through email, and it's every single week. What it does is gives a little information about each of the classes, and so they know what to expect from their student every single week. They know what concepts we're covering, and they can assist them in studying for quizzes and tests. Technique, like I said, for every week, sending out the newsletter, but also I will call parents if I notice any difference in behavior. A reason I may call a parent could be that I'm noticing a drop in their grades, and I need to talk to the parent and see if they're also noticing this as well, and ways that we can work together to bring their average up.
Can you hear me now?
I'm the mother of a 7th grader here at our school, And as far as communication goes with her teachers, really there's not a frequency that we communicate. For the most part, communication between myself and her teachers is it's an as-needed basis, simply because I am in close capacity with the teachers. We work together. But another reason for me, and even when my child was not in middle school, I'm diligent about keeping up with her grades. So when she receives her grades or when her grades are inputted into Infinite Campus, as soon as I see them, if there's something that I consider not satisfactory and I know she should have had it or she should have made a higher grade, then I will contact her teachers. Because what I deem satisfactory is not necessarily what they deem satisfactory. As soon as I contact the teachers and ask questions about missed assignments or if a grade is lower than what I expect, they respond immediately as soon as they can, and I solve the issue through email. I have been in for a conference this year when I felt like there were a few emails exchanged. My daughter struggles with math, and so there were a few emails exchanged, and I just decided we needed to sit down, everyone together, and have a conference. And we did that, and had a conversation about some issues that were, hindering my child, and we've worked together to solve those issues. And so it's been really easy as far as communication is concerned with her teachers.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Collaboration is, to me, an integral part of what we do every day. Whether it's grade level, whether it's even between schools, just getting together and being able to bounce ideas off of each other. Not only work collaboratively, not only expressing ideas, but also listening to other people's ideas, being willing to be flexible and trying new things, I think is just an invaluable part of teaching, especially teaching in the 21st century. It's not a one-size-fits-all type of educational system anymore. I know here at Fagan Mill we collaborate. We have a day devoted to collaborating with our grade level subject areas, and that's just a great time to get together and talk about assessments, what's working, what's not working, and plan so that both teams of students are receiving essentially the same instruction, which I feel is important too. And we also meet as a subject area county-wide with other schools, which is also really important to get to see what teachers are having success with, and also areas that they may be struggling with that you could help them out. So collaboration, I can't state it enough, is just so important in the 21st century classroom.
Holla, we gon' ball.
In terms of being a role model in class, as we know at the middle school level, the students are very aware of their surroundings and everybody they come in contact with. So I think it's very important to maintain a positive image when you're in the classroom and working with students, because they do pay attention and they do what you do often. So I just think it's important to model effective relationships, whether it be with other teachers or when you're speaking with a student, always maintaining that level of respect regardless of who you're speaking with.
My thoughts on being a role model and its importance in the classroom. You see so much negativity in our world.
Other player arrested, but this latest incident happened here in Washington, D.C. this morning. Hatzavela is live at Superior Court with our top story. And Hatzel, there's another local connection to this story.
And that is, Candace, that Joe LaFetch is from the Gaithersburg area. He remains behind bars until his next court appearance.
Lamar Odom arrested early this morning, charged with DUI.
Baltimore Ravens running back Ray Rice breaks his silence today, apologizing to his wife and his fans for the allegations that he attacked his wife, knocking her unconscious in a casino elevator.
We now have, in addition to the Ray Rice scandal, police in Houston releasing further details about the arrest of NFL running back Adrian Peterson.
You know, they're just not what I would consider adequate role models for our kids, and so the teachers are the ones that have the everyday
contact with the kids, and we should take that to heart and really stress in our own lives what's important for these kids. Just really kind of setting the example ourselves of what we think that is right. And when we do that, hopefully that will show in our actions, the way we treat the kids, and they'll say, you know, maybe what I'm seeing on TV, maybe what I'm seeing in the movies, maybe what I'm listening to on the radio is not really what life's all about. And really just stressing positivity and acceptance, and at the same time holding our students accountable as well, and not settling, not lowering expectations, but maintaining that high degree of accountability for our kids. And I think that when you do that, that's going to strike a chord with them that maybe they don't like so much right now, but they will respect the older they get.
You're the real MVP.